Hey everyone, Chris Stoltz coming at you today from the MuppetStuff Museum to celebrate Jim Henson Day. Today I'm going to show you a few Jim Henson related products. Now, I know what you're saying, this stuff behind you, this is all Jim Henson related products, but I'm here to talk about Jim Henson specific products, things that actually feature Jim Henson on the product itself. And there have been a few. So first off, we're going to talk about the Palisades Jim Henson action figure. So you open it up and there is the Jim Henson puppet action figure, and it comes with a banjo, a director's chair, a microphone, a tambourine, and a magazine featuring Jim Henson and the Country Trio on the cover. On the back it reads, Jim Henson began his television career in Washington, D.C. Sam and Friends, his nightly 5-minute show on NBC's WRC, won Jim an Emmy in 1958 and introduced Kermit the Frog to the world. During the 60s, Jim and the Muppets made many appearances on network television shows. At the same time, Jim developed another career as a filmmaker. His experimental short film Timepiece was nominated for an Academy Award in 1965, and then in 1969 along came Sesame Street, public television's long-running, award-winning international children's show. The introduction of The Muppet Show in 1976 was a phenomenal success, reaching 235 million viewers in more than 100 countries and winning 3 Emmys in its 5-year run. The popularity of the show led to feature films like The Muppet Movie, The Great Muppet Caper, and The Muppets Take Manhattan, as well as the animated television series Jim Henson's Muppet Babies. Throughout the 80s, Jim explored new directions in both television and film with such projects as Fraggle Rock, The Storyteller, The Jim Henson Hour, and Dinosaurs. Jim's groundbreaking fantasy films The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, and his final completed project, Jim Henson's Muppet Vision 3D, continue to delight thousands daily at the Disney theme parks in Florida and California. His untimely passing in May 1990 was met with worldwide outpouring of love and renewed appreciation of his imagination and artistry that continues to inspire a global audience. Unfortunately, Muppet Vision is no longer being shown at Disney's California Adventure, but it still runs daily at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. On the front of the box is a great picture of the Jim Henson Muppet, and we have Kermit, Beaker, Bunsen, Miss Piggy, Dr. Teeth, Crazy Harry, Fozzie, Floyd, the Swedish Chef, Zoot, Scooter, Rolf, Lou Zealand, Pops, Animal, Waldorf, Beauregard, Statler, Lips, Sam, and Gonzo, which is a great assortment of characters under a nice photo of Jim with his hands folded, while the other side features a contemplative Jim, kind of in mid-thought like, what am I going to create today? The inside flap has information about the Jim Henson Legacy. Established in 1992, the Jim Henson Legacy was created by family and friends in response to the extraordinary interest in the life and work of Jim Henson. The organization is dedicated to preserving and perpetuating Jim Henson's contributions to the worlds of puppetry, television, motion pictures, special effects, and media technology. By making Jim's creative body of work available to the public through presentations and exhibits, the legacy will share the power of his art, his imagination, his humanity, and his positive view of life with generations to come. Please visit us at www.jimhensonlegacy.org. The Jim Henson action figure was released in 2004 exclusively through Palisades. First, at the Muppets Music and Magic event in Brooklyn, then on Palisades' website. Funko also released a Jim Henson figure as part of their Pop line in 2019. So here we have the Jim Henson and Kermit Pop, and Jim Henson is seen with Kermit as like a doll instead of a puppet, which is rather odd. And because there weren't any other figures in the line, the back just features a half picture of Jim Henson with the Jim Henson logo on an empty stage with the curtain just presenting the Jim Henson logo. But I guess that's what you have to do when you don't have any other figures in your line. On the side, we have Jim Henson on the stage with that plush version of Kermit, while the other side says Jim Henson with Kermit with a side look at the figure. But that's not the only Jim Henson figure Funko released. They also put out an Ernie variant with Jim Henson holding, again, not a puppet, but like a plush version of Ernie. It was a shared exclusive with Target, making its debut at Comic-Con. Again, the back shows an empty stage with the Jim Henson logo and a half figure of Jim Henson holding a Ernie plush. while once again the side features Jim Henson actually on the stage holding the Ernie plush. While the other side features the name of the pup, this time Jim Henson with Ernie, with another side look at the figure. After Jim Henson's untimely passing, Golden Music put out this Jim Henson A Sesame Street Celebration album. The cover features Jim Henson surrounded by his characters, including Ernie, Kermit, Guy Smiley, Captain Vegetable, and everyone's favorite character, this blue guy. I'm not sure if Jim Henson actually posed for this photo or if it was photoshopped, but it's really nicely done. The back of the box features a nice letter by Sesame Street co-founder Joan Gans Cooney. Jim Henson was an authentic American genius. He was our era's Charlie Chaplin, Mae West, W.C. Fields, and Marx Brothers, and indeed he drew from all of them to create a new art form that influenced popular culture around the world. Music was always an important element in Jim's work. He not only employed music as a means to further his comic purposes, but also as a way of expressing his gentleness and the vulnerability hidden in his heart. It was a great privilege to have been his colleague and friend, and we feel lucky that he left us so much of himself to go on sharing with the world. Joan Gans Cooney, founder, Children's Television Workshop. The album itself features Rubber Ducky, But I Like You, Mana Mana, One Fine Face, Air, Imagination, Hunker Ducky Dinger Jamboree, Share, Captain Vegetable, Dance Myself to Sleep, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon, Bein' Green, African Alphabet Song, Big Round Nose, If I Were, 5 People in My Family, Tadpole, Caribbean Amphibian, The Frogs in the Glen, I Wonder About the World Up There, and This Frog. A few of these songs like But I Like You, Mana Mana, Air, the African Alphabet Song, Big Round Nose, If I Were, Tadpole, Caribbean Amphibian, and I Wonder About the World Above were previously unreleased and made their debut on this album. The cassettes themselves also feature Jim Henson characters. Side 1 features Ernie, since most of Side 1 are Ernie songs, while Side 2 features Kermit, since his classic Sesame Street songs are featured on that side. Both the tape and CD version come with a great booklet that not only contains the lyrics to the songs, behind-the-scenes photos of Jim's time on Sesame Street, and also more reflections on Jim from Cheryl and Jane Henson. My father loved to sing, but he rarely sang as himself. It was as Ernie, Kermit, and many other Muppet characters that he gave us the music he loved. This is a special selection of our favorite performances from my father's 21 years on Sesame Street. They are sweet, hopeful, and fun. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Cheryl Henson. Listening once again to all these wonderful songs from Ernie, Kermit, and Friends, I've discovered a new hero. It's Captain Vegetable, because he embodies the great fun that Jim had in the recording studio. Jane Henson. And just like the tape has a picture of Ernie on one side and Kermit on the other, the CD has a picture of Ernie and Kermit above their respective tracks. But of course, the ultimate Jim Henson item has to be Brian J. Jones's 2013 biography. Released to coincide what would have been Jim Henson's 77th birthday, the book delves into Jim Henson's life much further than any other biography previously released. Of course, here in the museum, we not only have a copy signed by Brian J. Jones, but an advanced, uncorrected proofs review copy as well. As you can see, it doesn't have the final cover art, but what is interesting is it does denote the original release date, price, and contact info for the publishing company. As you can see, the inside of the review copy does not contain any other images that would later be inserted into the book. Well, that's going to do it for this quick look at Jim Henson items as we celebrate Jim Henson's birthday. Please be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let me know what your favorite item from this video was. Please be sure to follow us on all our social media channels, and I'll see you next time from the MuppetStuff Museum.
J-I-M, 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 Jim!
Just one question. What is a Jim Henson?